over 35 years, I've been lending in the Pacific Northwest. And with my background in finance and economics, I love to geek out on data and information in my feeble attempt to distill it down to an understandable bite-sized piece. The internet right now is full of prognostications that the housing market is going into a bubble that's about ready to pop. I'm going to go on the record and say I don't think there's a bubble at this time. It's easy to make comparisons to the housing bubble that really did pop back in 2008, leading to the biggest housing crisis in our generation. But the situation right now is a lot different. Why? Here's a few reasons. Number one, the bubble that caused the big recession was due largely to speculation and, quite honestly, irresponsible lending. It was easy to get at that time a zero down loan with stated income and possibly not even an appraisal, but those programs no longer exist. In 2010, the Dodd-Frank Act imposed real strict lending standards on lenders that forced us to prove what we call ability to repay. We can't close a loan unless we've documented income, documented assets, looked at the credit, looked at the appraisal, everything. So this act has led to a very healthy mortgage industry with the lowest foreclosure rates ever recorded. Number two, there was also a ton of home inventory back then. 3 million homes were on the market back then with over 116 million households. Today, there's a severe shortage of inventory, about 1 million homes on the market, over 128 million households. With such a shortage, it's unlikely that an economic downturn would lead to massive price drops. Three, the end of the forbearance programs coming up here is not likely to lead to high foreclosure rates. At the peak of COVID, there were over 5 million homes in forbearance. Today, there are fewer than 2 million homes in forbearance, probably not enough to move the market significantly. Number four, jobs. We got a lot of jobs. Last month, over 850,000 jobs were created. There's still about 8 million job openings nationwide. As the masks come off, our economy has been growing, and that trend is expected to continue. And number five, equity. Unlike the Great Recession, we have equity. Last month, U.S. homeowner equity surged to $23 trillion. If a person needs to sell their home right now, it won't be a short sale, and there will be a line of people waiting to buy it. So we're not going to see short sales driving a market downward like we did during the Great Recession. With all that said, it is possible for an individual buyer to create their own personal housing bubble. If you get engaged in an aggressive bidding war on a home and pay more than the market price, it's going to take some time before you reach a break-even point where the market value of your home catches up to the price that you paid for it. It's just going to take some time. Hope this information is helpful for you in your personal decision making. I'm always available to answer your questions and to help you crunch your own personal numbers. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Eric is my banker, and catch me on the radio, AM 1590, every Saturday at 2 and Sundays at 3. Thanks again and have a great day.